Welcome back to the Making Fire podcast. This is a podcast where two longtime besties talk about their favorite TV show. Sir. Did you hear me say that?
You were so quiet that no, I didn't.
Survivor. Was that better?
Yeah, I'm gonna hear that in my nightmares.
This week we are talking about episode 9 of Survivor 15, China. We're doing a little rewind. Rewind.
Okay,
I remember that. I just might. But before we get into the episode, Maddie, how are you?
I'm doing so good. This is episode 2 of we're recording tonight, but we're gonna keep this high energy.
We got into it in the break, girl. We got into it down.
And we have been recording for mostly this whole time.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, but what I wanted to talk about this week is something that I've been doing in my evenings every single night. I am now addicted to it. I go through phases. I've had to start going on my runs and like doing my little exercises in the mornings because at night I just have no energy to like do literally anything. So I come home, I eat dinner, I socialize, I play with the dog. Then I'm tucked into bed by 7:30. And you know what I'm doing? I'm coloring in my coloring book. And I have my laptop. I put on a show that I've already seen a million times or like whatever. I just put on like background TV. And then I sit there and I have like this wood board thing. And I get all comfy and I color literally for hours until I go to bed.
Wow.
I've done it every single night this week. And I just like love feeling like an old person sometimes.
That's probably really good for you.
Yeah.
Like actually like not having like a screen 5 inches away from your face.
No, I feel like even though I am like I have a show on in the background, I'm like, why is this giving not screen time?
No,
like, I'm not on my phone.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is so fun. I have been going through the Trixie and Katya coloring book.
Okay.
It is so good. Perfect. I like a very specific, I don't know, style. I don't want things too intricate because I'm a markers girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am 4 years old. I do have the big Crayola skinny markers. And I love it. I love this life. I'm so content. And like, I don't know. I'm just having so much fun and literally not doing anything in the evenings. And it's so relaxing. So, we have been recording for a little bit long today, so I will not get to continue my markers coloring streak today. But yeah. So if you have any good coloring book recommendations for someone who is in their 20s, let me know. That also can use markers because a lot are not marker compatible because the pages bleed.
There's a girl I follow on TikTok. Her name is Jordan. Her and her husband Brandon, they live in LA. I don't remember her name on TikTok, but she's also a color girl.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember her TikTok, so I guess it's okay.
Mm.
I'm okay. No, now I'm looking her up. Wait, Jordan. Brandon, maybe? I don't know. I thought her name would pop up. I'm actually really like her TikToks. Oh,
Okay, speaking of that name and TikTok, you have to look at what I sent you yesterday.
on TikTok?
Yeah, but we don't necessarily need to talk about this on the podcast. But
Should
if
I
you
watch
open
it?
it,
Should I do a reaction right now?
yes.
Okay, it's already off to a bad start. Why does it have sensitive content?
Why was that on my For You page?
Not to make an egg salad next time. Oh, Lord. The comments are crazy.
I know. Anyways, back to the podcast.
Oh my god. Wow, I can't. No, I'm reading the comments. I'm like, I know her.
No, I know.
I graduated high school with her. Ooh, y'all wish you knew. Okay, I'm good. I wanted to talk about just a quick story because Maddie said we have been recording. I went to Marshalls the other day. They recently opened a Marshalls near my hometown, and I've gone a couple times. I don't love it. I'm kind of a Ross dress for less girl.
Mm.
I usually go. I like. Fun fact about me might be TMI, but whatever. I like nice underwear. Nice underwear and
I don't know
socks.
why this is just not where I thought.
But the problem is nice underwear is really expensive, like more expensive than it needs to be. Like a Calvin Klein. I really like Nike Dry Fit, which I think is meant for people when you're working out, but I am a big boy and I sweat a lot, so like it's fine. But those are like they can be expensive. So pro tip, you go to Ross, Marshalls, you go to the like Nordstrom Rack, go to these stores where they're it's not reselling because it's like still their stock, but they sell it at a discounted price to make it a little bit more worth your while. But that's like the main reason I like to go to these stores because they don't usually have clothes in my size. Sometimes they have cute shoes or like decor or like some fun snacks. But my mom and I went the other night to Marshalls because they just opened up a new one. It's really new. Like the floor plan in there is crazy. Like it looks insane. There I saw somebody there that we both know. I'll text it to you while I'm talking.
Okay.
But it was insane. So it's just like a weird vibe in there. Like the air is really stagnant. There's like no AC. To come to find out that there is no like the AC is not working.
Oh
Um,
no.
and it was just like the air was tight. But my mom and I were in the cosmetics section, and we were walking around. And why do I turn around the corner and
I was not expecting that. Um.
sorry y'all, man, that was Maddie. I live reacted to Maddie message. That was Maddie live reacting to my message. He was just like walking, and I the first time I went, I didn't see him the last time I went. But I had to be like, ooh, I bucked from that conversation. So
Nice.
we went and it was weird. I turned the corner. My mom and I were talking. Why did we stop talking? Listen in. There was a man that was probably my age talking to probably like a high schooler. He was like, "Do you believe in Jesus Christ?" Fully trying to get this kid to go to his church.
Oh my god.
I'm not a religious person, so to me, I'm like, this is a wild thing. To some people, maybe to some religious people, you guys just go to Marshalls and try to recruit high schoolers
No, that's
there.
insane.
But I'm like, I know this is a high school boy. I know he's not at this Marshalls by himself. His friends or his parents or his siblings or something, his cousin, somebody needs to come get this boy from this conversation. You are letting him be abducted, basically. I told
Yeah.
my mom, I'm like, we need to stage a coup. I said, I need you to push me with the cart, and I'll make a scene so then they stop talking. I told my mom to do it, and she said she wouldn't, but I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
Um, that was not necessarily bad because it's like talk about religion, more necessarily that this kid was cornered and
Like
probably didn't
go
have
away.
like have the uh, I don't know the experience to be like I can just tell this man no and walk away.
I will never forget. This reminded me of this when last summer after we hit a deer driving back to where I live from where I'm from. Very nice Mormon missionaries were the ones to save us on the side of the road. And Logan was very sick at the time of the hitting of the
Incident.
deer, the incident, and he was not fully like mentally with it at this point. And I will never forget they asked both of us, they're like, "Oh, so are you members?" And Logan goes, "Yeah, we are." And I was like, "What are you talking about? No, we're not." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you meant of AAA." Because we had like been talking about them, but there was definitely like a big gap in the conversation. And like, why would you think they were asking that? Are you members? Yeah. Yeah, we are. Like, enthusiastic, yes.
I need to join AAA. My car. Oh my god! Did I tell you while I was in Seattle? Flashback to last episode. Listen to our little blurb last episode. My mom's car died because I wasn't driving my car. I had to
No.
get my car back. Yeah. My mom's car doesn't beep when the lights are left on, and I accidentally left the back lights on. And so then we got in the car the next morning to leave, and it was dead. And it was traumatizing. I called everybody I knew in Tacoma, which is not very many people left because all my friends graduated and left.
Yeah.
And nobody could come save me.
Oh. Well, shout out to my parents who are our #1 fans. They do pay for my AAA.
I know. I need to get into that gig.
They're gonna say, I need to get on your parents' AAA.
I mean, if they're offering, if it's cheaper, I know they're fans of this podcast. If it's cheaper, put me on. I'll pay y'all monthly. That's not true. I'm joking. So let's get into the Let's get into this episode of Survivor. First of all, I just want to say the episode title, Just Eat the Apple. Baby, it's Brat Summer.
Yeah.
Right to the core. I don't know that's all I know. I also don't know the song very well, but I'm like, oh wow, it's always been Brat Summer since 2007. It's been Brat Summer.
Yeah.
The girls are living. John Robert was just voted out the night before, and James is screaming, "Good morning!
Good morning!
Good morning to you! Good morning! Good morning!" And he gets everybody is up. Courtney screams. She says, "It's Christmas," because John Robert is gone. I said, Lord, this cast is so unserious. Like, can you imagine? I don't think anything like that has happened in the new era.
No, not at all.
Cheering and celebrating. In the merge specifically, because somebody that y'all don't like is eliminated. Ooh, I know they're happy. Ooh. So unserious.
I love it.
They're just weirdos. I feel like it's just a cast of weirdos. I don't know.
James
like, y'all are kind of
screaming "Good morning." That made me laugh out loud.
I was like,
so
oh my
funny.
god. It was out of nowhere, too. And I was like, I don't think I've heard this man ever be this loud, ever.
No.
Crazy. James, sorry. Well, first, Denise is mad. Everybody's feeling a mixed bag of emotions. Denise specifically is mad that she was not let in on the Jean Robert boot, and she was blindsided by that.
She was the only one to vote for PG.
Which I could understand. James, like, her and James are sitting together, and I think there's a scene, like, Courtney and Amanda were talking, and they were like, Denise will not stop shooting daggers at us.
I think this goes back to what I said last episode, is that she really is not aligned with either side.
No.
Like, you gotta act a little bit more committed to one, at least. If not both.
I don't blame her. Like, I understand why she'd be mad, because she thinks that she's working with these people. I feel like they could do a better job of letting her in on it. Like, somebody could have come up to her before the vote and been like, hey, here's the tea.
I feel like, though, if you don't feel like she's that committed, and it doesn't feel like she's trying, then, like, she can't be upset that no one included her.
Yeah. Boots.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum. I don't remember what the boop boop. Okay. Exactly. That's what I've always said. In other news, PG is pissing the girls off.
Yeah.
It's politics and government. It's pissing the girls off. They say John Robert got voted out just to get replaced by PG.
Yeah.
What an evil thing to say to somebody. That would actually...
How dare you, actually?
Like, that would have broke me. I would have lost it.
Yeah.
If you said, you're the new Jean Robert, ah! And you know what? I'm gonna be just like Jean Robert too, if you want me to cause a scene.
Oh my god. I'll Jean Robert all up in this place.
Attitude! Walk off. Have you seen those videos?
No.
I cannot be in charge of leading an episode. The way that it's just me having like 3 different conversations with myself is crazy. Okay. Tell me if you see this. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Imagine Courtney and Frosty.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine Courtney and Frosty. And imagine I say theme park.
Specifically, waiting in line.
Oh my god! Yes! 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 That is what I was gonna fucking say. Why are Courtney and Frosty, I wrote this, why are Frosty and Courtney giving that annoying couple at a theme park who cannot stop touching each other in line?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
You know what it's also giving? Audrey, if you're listening, will also remember this. It was giving the many couples in front of us at the Noah Khan concert at Lollapalooza last year. Like
get off each other.
You are in public.
You are in public. Y'all have not bathed.
Oh.
Y'all probably stink. Haven't brushed your teeth, and y'all are up and touching each other. And Courtney keeps grabbing his hair and keeps going like this to him. Ooh, I know she looks at her hand and it's greasy.
Oh. You know, I hate touching people's hair, like, in general. Like, I don't know, something about it. I cannot imagine what that head of hair is like at this point.
Okay, like...
Yuck. And it's not even like they have an ocean, not that oceans are clean, to bathe in. It's like a rural, dirty source of water.
Yeah, like all the sediment and stuff in it.
Yeah, like, you're less clean than you started.
For those who are watching that don't understand the reference that we just made, it's like an online meme that there's always you go
not
to like
even a
Disney.
meme. It's IRL.
No, it's actually
it
true.
happens.
But you're always like whenever you're in like Six Flags, Disneyland, the carnival, whatever. Like you're at a theme park or an amusement park or a fair, and you're in line waiting for a ride. Without a doubt, there is always at least. Because there can be more. At least one couple that for the whole hour wait that you were standing in line, not once ever stops touching each other.
Yeah.
They're either they're hugging, or they're holding hands, or they're leaning on each other, or they're kissing, or they're grabbing each other. I'm like, oh my god, like, it's okay.
I think you're gonna be okay in this moment if you, like, just keep some room for Jesus.
That is the vibe that Frosty and Courtney were giving through this whole episode. I could not stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the reward challenge. Yeah. We're doing a fun little drum, like, I almost said a drum line. I guess it is a drum line, technically.
Why do I want to play this one, too?
I would love to play this challenge.
Yeah.
There's, like, a ball, for those who didn't watch, because, I'm so concerned about those who don't watch the episode. There's like a ball and they have to bounce the ball using drums, but then there's also obstacles in the way that they have to like
maneuver over.
It doesn't seem like an easy challenge, but one group definitely does better than the other. We have Courtney, Frosty, Eric, and Amanda, and then the other group is PG, James, Todd, and Denise. And Frosty, I guess whose group was this? Was this Frosty's group? Mm-hmm. I think Yes, Frosty's group. I was trying to remember who the team captain was, but yes, Frosty's wins. Frosty. Oh my god, Frosty's team wins by like a long shot. PG's group cannot get it together. They win it pretty quickly. I want to say something that we also haven't talked about is how often Amanda's butt has been blurred out.
I feel like it's blurred out every single time we see her. If it's a full body shot, she's blurred.
Which, like, okay, queen, work. like, don't give a fuck about how you, don't give a fuck. Like, I live for you, love women's bodies, love body positivity. Like, show your ass. It's okay.
You said, I, for one, love women's bodies.
I love women's bodies. That's something I've always said. And, I'm like, Amanda, queen, pull that buff down that's covering your ass.
Which is even funnier because in, the second episode, she's like, when her full butt was out, she's like, my mom's gonna kill me. And then the entire rest of the season.
Always out. Always out. I live for her though. That's my queen. I live for her. She's so
Oh my
unserious.
god, wait. We have to talk about how later in the episode she might have been wearing them before, but I haven't noticed as much. Her glasses are so funny in just like
I
early 2000s.
brought it up our lost episode. Damn. I brought it up the last episode that she's giving office siren with the
Yes. Okay,
glasses.
well now I fully
Yes.
noticed.
Yes, yes, yes. Love Amanda. You don't know the reference.
Say
We'll
it.
wait until after. Well, okay, so there's a drag race review show called The Pit Stop.
Yes, that Trixie hosted last season.
Yes, and Bob the drag queen hosted it a couple seasons ago, and for All Star 7 specifically is what I'm talking about. And on All Star 7, two of the queens lip sync to "So What" by Pink, and Thorgy Thor was the guest judge on. Wait, did you watch? Oh no, I guess
No.
you haven't. So Thorgy Thor was the guest judge. And Bob, like the queens that host always have like a card that they just like questions the producers want them to ask the guest. And so the question that Bob was gonna ask Thorgy was like, so it's revealed the queens are lip syncing to "So What" by Pink. How do you feel about Pink? And Thorgy goes, oh, she is just a scum of the earth. I hate her. I hate Pink. She's an evil person. She's evil and like blah 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 blah. Like it goes into a whole rant about how much she hates Pink, and Bob's like cracking up, and they're like laughing, right? And then it cuts, and then it goes to this like they just finished laughing. It cuts, goes to the next scene, and Bob goes, "So it looks like they're revealed that they're lip syncing to 'So What' by Pink. How do you feel about Pink?" And Thorgy goes, "Oh, love Pink. So what?" And so a rock star. And then it's like even funnier because she had just gone on the whole rant about how much she hates Pink. And so it's like she's being fake. It's so funny. And so recently in this last season, this current All-Star season, Trixie just had Thorgy back on.
Mm-hmm.
And Trixie keeps making the reference. She kept going, love Pink. It's saying it like that. And it's like, oh, love Amanda. Oh, love Maddie. It's saying it like that, like the way that she
Mm-hmm.
said it. And so now I've been saying it. Oh, love Amanda.
Okay.
It's
Thank
a
you for that.
reference. You're so welcome. Now everybody knows. There's a couple. Anyway, so Frosty, Courtney, Eric, and Amanda win. They get to go on this cruise, eat some food.
The scenery?
Stunning.
Gorgeous.
Gorgina George.
Yeah.
Say it.
Gorgina George.
Exactly. James, we cut back before we get too into the reward. We cut back to the losing tribe, and the girls are a little tense right
Girls
now.
are fighting.
The girls are fighting a tad bit. PG goes up to James and is like, "You're the reason we lost the challenge," which I think is a crazy thing to say.
Because I remember even before she said this, watching PG be the one to mess up multiple times.
Like, girl, why did you say that? She could have better been like, "Oh, like I'm mad that we lost the challenge." You know damn well James is not the sole reason y'all lost that challenge. That is a
No.
crazy thing to say. But that's what she does. PG goes up to James and is like, you lost us the challenge. James is like, "You're finding someone that you need someone to blame. I'm not the one to blame. You can walk away."
Yeah.
And then PG's like, "No, I'm gonna say what I have to say." And James is like, "No, like walk away." And PG's like, "Fine, I'm gonna walk away." PG just wants a win. She hasn't won anything this season,
Yeah.
which is a lie. One, I remember. They won a reward challenge.
She
The
is the
original.
most loser
losing
out
stuff.
of all of them.
Is that true? Because her and Eric have been on the same tribe the whole time.
Well, but Eric's on this challenge or on this reward.
So true. Okay, so Eric's won one more reward than PG.
Yeah.
PG, I need you to get your facts straight, sis. That's an invitation for you to come on the pod, fight for yourself,
Get your
PG.
facts. Get the facts straight.
Get the facts straight. Denise and James are talking about the people that are left in the game, and this is where we start seeing bubbling of people being worried about Frosty and Courtney. I think it's been talked about, like, the episode previously. I know Todd had brought it up. Like, we have to keep an eye on them, like, they're getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, this is the episode. Spoiler alert, Frosty ends up going home. But Denise and James are talking about the people that are left in the game, and this is where we start seeing bubbling of people being worried about Frosty and Courtney. I think it's been talked about, like, the episode previously. I know Todd had brought it up. Like, we have to keep an eye on them, like, they're getting closer. So we start seeing the bubbling of this conversation that, oh, we need to watch out for this potential duo.
Mm-hmm.
We cut back to the cruise, and we start off by everybody basically shit talking PG.
Yeah.
I said, Eric, why are you letting them walk all over PG? Be a man. Say something.
I know. Oh.
Why are we shitting on PG? She's not even there. Us, we were just shitting on PG. But, like, it's different. Like, we're reviewing. They're talking bad about her. She's not there to defend herself.
Yeah. Also, we weren't talking bad about her. We were just saying you.
Oh, no. I had malice behind what I was saying.
Okay. Glad we cleared that one up.
Ooh, malice. That was a good word.
Okay.
Scholar in training.
Lifelong learner.
And that's what I've always said. And that's what I've always said.
Yeah.
Frosty and Courtney will not stop touching each other. I said, get a room.
Cruise.
The entire cruise. And then I said, why are they talking to each other like that? Like, Courtney's playing with Frosty's hair, and she's like, my little Frosty. I love my little Frosty.
I could not stand
I'm like, the
voice.
baby talk? Oh, no. I said, I don't think the Survivor fandom talks enough about how gross Courtney and Frosty are. Because this is despicable.
Yeah, I cannot.
I love my little Frosty, I love him. That's what she sounded like.
I need to know. Well, maybe I don't want to know yet. If this comes up in the reunion at all.
I don't remember. I truly forgot. I remember that they had a relationship. I don't remember it being to this extent, like them being this like touchy-feely, them like talking to each other like this. It was just weird.
Yeah,
like,
I did not love it. But I want to know their thoughts like post being there. Cuz it's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. Eric does a goat impression.
Okay. We can say 1,000 million bad things about Eric. This goat impression was impressive.
I said Eric goat impression. Virgin. God, I'm like, oh my god, of course, the virgin freak would pull out a fucking perfect goat impression. I'm like, what? You have nothing better than you, girl? Go get a girl.
Get a
job. Like, go out. Get a job. Find a woman. God.
And treat her well.
Yeah, don't hit her. Damn, is it too much to ask? You fucking freak. God.
And I'm gonna clip that and tag Eric.
Okay. I don't feel bad.
I don't either. You know what? I take it back. I did not like your goat impression, Eric.
Right.
Solely because I don't like you, and I can't say a positive thing about you.
It was a kind of crazy goat impression, though. I was like, not the mouth movement, too. You got it on lock. And it's impressive for the wrong reasons, babe. I'm like, wow, you really...
You've been practicing this.
You got nothing going on in life, don't you? I mean, like, what? Oh, sorry, I was too busy getting my degree to sit and practice goat impressions.
Okay, flash forward next week. I'm gonna need you to come up with maybe not necessarily a goat impression. You can take your pick.
An impression? Or like an animal impression?
Like an impression of something.
Do I not give you impressions on like a weekly basis?
That was part of the joke.
Oh.
Cut. This is the end of the Making Fire podcast.
Okay, so what?
You got some crazy lines on your face.
I'm like that girl from that book. I'm like that girl from that book. You know what I'm talking about?
The kids' book.
Yes, wait.
With the rainbow stripes.
Yeah.
I love it. All you had to say was, "I'm the girl from that book," and I knew. Why'd you do? You both got black hair. That could be you. This is me as a baby.
I'm so sorry. I just looked at the Discord and I saw the name that I said.
Okay. Come on, Stripes. Let's go.
So we're back to the immunity challenge. Oh, well, I guess they get back to camp, and Todd is kind of telling the reward winners about what happened. He's low-key fabricating a little bit about what PG was doing. He was like, oh, PG was screaming.
It was crazy, guys.
Girl, don't do too much, Todd.
He's bored. He just wanted to stir the pot a little.
Which I understand, but like, not too much of my girl PG. Thank you. We get to the challenge, and it's a memory challenge. Jeff's gonna give them a list of animals, and they have to stab them in order. There's no undo button. You have to get it, or you flop.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "But wait,
there's more.
There's more." It's day 24, and you guys are really hungry. I know what you're craving: cheeseburgers, fries. Cold drinks, and all the fixins.
Yes.
Jeff and his fucking fixins, damn. The ultimatum is they can give up their spot in the immunity challenge, lose their chance at immunity, and they get to eat burgers for however long the challenge goes. Or they can participate in the immunity challenge and try to win immunity. I thought this was very new era.
I know.
Very new era. This is something I feel like they do in the new era.
Yeah.
I guess it's with rice, and they don't get to like eat at the same time. Because that is one of the twists they do in the merge, is like sit out for rice.
Yeah. It's like same but different.
But like knowing how they've done it in the past, I'm like, baby, I'm not sitting out unless it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Knowing? I'm like, I don't know. But whatever. Anyway, so that's what's offered. Jeff gives them 2 chips, and they have to pick whether or not whether or not they want to do it, or whether or not they do want to do it. Wait, I just said the same thing. Whether or not they want to do it or not. And the breakdown ends up being PG, Frosty, Amanda, and Eric choose to do the challenge, and Courtney, James, Todd, and Denise choose to eat. I think it's really interesting for Courtney to have chosen to eat, considering she just ate the night before.
You know what I will say for her is that if she didn't think she was going to do well,
which I think is so valid,
then like I honestly think she could use the sustenance more than like risking this
immunity.
Yeah,
I think it's smart. I mean, she's in a good spot.
I mean, it was really funny though. Like you just went on a reward.
But like get your bag, queen.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
She said,
if I was
here for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. If I was Amanda, I would have been really pissed off that basically my whole alliance ate and I was the only person that chose to not eat. That would have made me upset.
Yeah.
And it's a really quick challenge too. Eric ends up getting out right away. Like, doesn't even make it past 2 of the first round.
You know what this kind of reminded me of, though? Have you seen the trend on TikTok where people, like, and their friend will rock, paper, scissors, and then they, like, have the food, and then if you lose, you have to, like, run out to something and back, and then, like, the other person has that amount of time to, like, eat as much food as possible.
Yeah.
It was giving that. Watching them shove their fries in their mouth.
Oh, they were eating. We'll get into it later, but they were putting it down. They were not waiting. Eric gets out pretty quickly. Amanda gets out pretty quickly. PG and Frosty end up going for a little, but it ends up PG wins her first immunity challenge.
I'm so happy for her.
Me too.
She needed that.
It was a little like asterisk next to the win because she only beat 3 people, but I'm not going to discredit you, queen. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Win the challenge.
To be honest, there's not that many people left.
Period. There isn't. Only 8.
Yeah.
Crazy. We're at the final 8.
We've
hit halfway. We're at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Wild. We end up going back to camp, and Frosty and Eric pretty much know it's one of them. I think Frosty, the idea is like, oh, well, Frosty has been with them longer, But I think Eric is like a fresh face for them, and they're like, "Ooh, Eric could be something else." So it's like, who are they going to side with? Somebody that they're familiar with, or somebody that is like new, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what they're gonna do. It's going back and forth. There's this really weird scene near the end of the episode, where Todd and Frosty are talking to each other. I don't know if you noticed this,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like it was recorded on a flip phone.
I guess I didn't notice.
Quality was really weird. It looked like it was recorded on a flip phone with a fisheye lens. I was like, this is weird. Like, why are they looking like that? It does not look like it was recorded with a camera that they probably should have recorded it with.
Mm.
Um, that really stood out to me. That really stood out to me.
Okay, discussion board.
I was really inspired by, or something that really stood out to me was on page 398.
And I would have to agree with Riley's answer.
Thank you, Madeline. So we end up the conversation ends up being around around Frosty. Todd tells us that he knows Frosty is a threat, and there could be a timeline where he potentially comps out with how well he's been doing it in these challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So now might be the time when he's least expecting it. Courtney is the real like up in the air question. Todd's like, will Courtney be able to swap on Frosty? And that's sort of where we leave off. Like, is Courtney gonna be able to flip on this like showmance she's put herself in?
Mm-hmm. I want to say I am glad. Well, you can keep talking, and then we finish, and then I'll have my thought.
Okay. Well, let's get to tribal. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk before tribal or after tribal?
Okay, well, I can just say it now because I already
Okay.
started. I'm glad that they ended up choosing Frosty instead of Eric because, like, Frosty is actually good at challenges and he's performed well in every single kind, like, no matter the type of challenge, really. And
Hmm.
he's so friendly and, like, I think he would just do really well. And also, like, to hate on Eric more, I feel like he just truly, like, I think the goat impression was like his inner self coming out because I don't think that there's much of a brain between those ears. And
Like, what is going on?
like he will
there?
just do like whatever.
Whatever he's told to
He's
do.
kind of just like there.
I don't think he's had any instance of self preservation or any instance of self like putting himself first.
Or that he's
feel
like
like
in a
it's
game.
Yeah, I feel like it was for a pre-merge, it was Jamie. Like Jamie was like, we need to do this, we need to do this. And now he's kind of left by himself and he's like, oh my God, like what are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Interesting. Tribal. Some of these answers to some of these questions is really interesting. James says he ate 7 of the 12 burgers.
I thought he said even more than that.
He said he could have eaten more of them,
Okay, yeah. That is wild.
which is
Was everyone else okay with this?
that's what I'm saying. That means everybody. So if everybody else had 1 burger each,
Mm-hmm.
the other 3 people, there would have been 2 left. There 2 left over. So only 1 person had 2 burgers because there was 1 burger left on the plate.
Mm-hmm.
If we're using our math, so 12 minus 1 is 11. Minus the 7 that James ate is
4.
3. 4. Yeah, 4 plus 7 is 11. Then minus the 3 if everybody ate 1 burger. So one person had 2.
Yeah.
That's crazy. James ate 7 burgers in the time it took 2 people to eat 1 burger.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy, but that's insane.
Yeah.
My random thought of the episode is James really that good at challenges?
No.
There's this idea of James being a
No.
challenge threat, and I'm like, he hasn't really, like, he is just physically like a wall.
Yeah. No. No, you're right. I think in the pre-merge, he was very good in these physical one-on-one challenges. Or like not one-on-one, but like as a team, he was just able to like literally, you're right, be a wall. But he hasn't been doing well in anything else. Now that they're not always about like this just brute strength. Oh, no.
Lord, I'm trying to. My dogs are barking. My dogs are barking.
Your dogs are barking.
I agree with that. I feel like, especially since merge, I'm like, he's not that big of a threat. So I don't know. And even then, I'm like, why? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. But that was my thought. Is he's not great at challenges, and I don't really know what this narrative is that he is. But
Are
whatever.
your dogs fighting over salmon again?
Possibly.
World War
I don't hear nobody.
World War IV.
I don't hear nobody screaming for their life upstairs. So, Todd talks about his inner fat kid. That's it. That's the point. That's the note.
Yeah.
What? So you're fat, gay, Mormon, and a flight attendant? Formerly fat.
He had to drop one.
Formerly fat, gay, Mormon, and a flight attendant. He became a flight attendant. He became a flight attendant, and he had to lose the other one. They go to vote. Courtney ends up deciding that they need to say bye to Frosty.
Mm-hmm.
Frosty gets the boot. Courtney says bye to her boo. And we're left off on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I actually wanted to touch on that because nothing makes me more upset in a little pre-episode preview when we saw at the very beginning, oh, something is going to happen at Tribal, and Jeff's going to say, oh, you're actually not heading back to camp yet. And you're like, oh my god, what is going to happen? You wait the entire episode just for it to not happen this episode. That is false advertising. I'm sorry. And then, I'm sure we'll talk, maybe we won't. Well, heads up to the viewers. The next episode is not even a real episode. It is a rewind episode reflecting on the first 9 episodes. So guess what? I had to skip past that. Then I wanted to know what happened. So then I had to skip another episode to go see what this little twist was. Just put it in the episode that you advertised it for. Oh my god.
Write a letter.
Jeff?
To CBS.
I'm upset
in
2007. Yeah.
Date it so they know who it's going to.
Be like, date it as of 2007. Be like, I think this got lost in the mail.
You put like really prevalent like pop culture points in the.
Yeah.
Something about American Idol. Something about Bush.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from 9/11.
I was gonna say 9/11.
6 years.
I was gonna say that.
What? Hurricane Katrina? Is that 2000? What year is that? Bush.
You keep talking. I'll look.
I think Hurricane Katrina. I'm thinking 2007. Who was popular?
That was 2005.
Yeah.
Wait, big things that happened in 2007. Oh, what? My God. The introduction of the iPhone, the start of the Iraq war troop surge, and warnings about global warming.
The big 3.
Netflix began streaming content.
Okay.
NASA landed a spacecraft on Mars. Steve Jobs introduced the first iPhone. Tesla unveiled the efficient electric car, the Tesla Roadster. Well, people also ask, what is the year 2007 known for? Top line. Pop culture went on a white knuckle ride. In 2007, Harry Potter closed a $1 billion chapter in publishing. We don't need to keep reading this. A Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out.
J.K. Rowling, you can choke.
Yeah. What was the big... Oh, never mind.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Okay. Oh my god. What was the biggest news in 2007? Virginia Tech shootings.
So that is the end of the episode this week.
Anna Nicole Smith died. I was thinking this. Britney Spears shaved her head in 2007.
I have tears coming out of my eyes right now. Can you see them?
I can has cheeseburger consume the internet. Oh, for my dad, The Sopranos ended.
So that is a wrap on this week's episode. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube where you're currently watching. And if you want more content, make sure to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Making Fire Pod. Next week, we will be talking about more Survivor China.
Yeah. Also, can I say, I know this is like recency bias, but why do the top things that happened in 2007, none of them seem as interesting as anything that's happened in 2024, and it's only August?
Girl, we're living in the moment.
Yeah.
Our kids are going to be like, oh, what were you doing in 2024? I'm like, oh, we can show you. Pull up the pod. Pull up the pod.
Pull up the pod.
We'll be really successful at that point. We'll have millions of followers.
We'll have had a HelloFresh sponsorship.
We'll quit our day job. I am BetterHelp. We'll quit our day job. And we'll be touring.
Oh my god. Can we imagine we like announce that we're going on tour like in a few months? Where would we go?
Boise.
Our hometown.
The girls will show up. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.